my name is Omar. We're here at Functional Core Fitness, and today we're going to be discussing the tall kneeling to the half kneeling exercise. So today's exercise, the tall kneel to the half kneel, is going to be for our foundational movements for beginners. Now, why is this important? It is important because we need that movement or that exercise to level change, to get from off the floor up to a standing position. And that standing position, that process, that exercise is a lunge. So you call it a prequel to the lunge, okay? So some key details. When we're in our kneeling position, okay, I have to have core stability to have or to maintain this upright position. When I get into my kneeling position, I have to have hip stability on the knee that's on the ground to maintain my posture when I'm in my kneeling position. Now, the key thing to this whole exercise is the feet. What are my feet doing? Okay. Notice that my toes are bent so that the balls of my feet are connected to the floor. What I don't want to do is this. And the reason being is this. I've watched people stand up from a kneeling position for the last 25 years. I've been a trainer for 25 years. And I can tell who has the leg strength and who doesn't have the leg strength to elevate themselves off the floor. And I'll show you an example. This tall kneel to a half kneel prepares us for the eventual lunge to get up off the floor. Now I have to have the points of connection in the back to perform the movement. If I had my tops of my feet on the floor, I wouldn't be able to get up easily because my foot, or the top of my foot, is not a driver. The balls of my feet are a driver, so it allows me to get up. So you'll see people stand like this. Load that front leg because they're putting all the load in the front leg because this leg does not have a proper driver. So they use their arms to get themselves up. So that's why for this exercise, we're gonna have the balls of the feet on the floor. Now, your toes have to have the capabilities to bend at a 90 degree to get up off the floor and or to start in the balls of the feet position. So if your feet cannot do this, that's the next video or another video coming in the future, how to stretch the bottoms of the feet so the balls of the feet can connect to the floor so we can stand up. So the exercise. So we're gonna get into a tall kneeling position. The balls of my feet are connected to the floor. My hips need to be under my shoulders. So I don't want to start like this. I definitely don't want to be in my sports ready position because this is not a proper sports ready position. That would be on my feet. So if I'm going to start in a tall kneeling position, I must drive my hips forward so that now that they're under the shoulders. My shoulders are above my hips. I have to squeeze my abdominals to increase my core stability for this exercise. Now, when I go into my half kneel, I don't want to swing the leg out to the side. I want to be able to squeeze my stomach, lift my knee forward so that I can get into this half kneeling position. Once I'm in this half kneeling position, the glute of the knee that's on the floor, I want to make sure it's activated so I can maintain my hips under my shoulders. I don't want to release that tension because then I might have a bad position where my hips are no longer under my shoulders. So very important that I drive my hip forward so I'm in that upright position. My foot in the front, I want to step far enough so that my ankles are directly under my knees. That will allow me the proper position to eventually stand up into a lunge. Okay? So if they're not, I want to make sure that I push it a little bit further to have the proper alignment. I'm now gonna bring back my leg under my hips, squeezing my glutes, and now I'm gonna alternate. Glute is squeezed in the back, I'm still in that upright position. And back. There's gonna be a slight lean because I have to shift my weight onto the balancing leg so that I can lift my foot upward or forward. If I don't have the hip stability, then that's where I might collapse when I'm attempting to stand up. So very important that we maintain glute activation. Now, my breathing. I want to exhale as I kick my leg forward. My hands. We want to mimic that walking movement. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay? And don't forget to breathe. So the tall kneel to the half kneel position prepares us for the lunge. I hope that answers any questions for this exercise. And please remember, train smart, move better, and stay independent. We will see you next week.